You're something wild I can never tame, and you're taking over all my thoughts, and the words I say never seem to matter. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. You're the drug running through my veins. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after.
Welcome back to another Epi Boys.
It's the Houston High Hockey live broadcast, live from the Menard Sports Center at 7 a.m. on a Saturday morning. Boys, I am tired.
Same.
Yeah.
I woke up at 4.
I woke up at 5.
You
I
are
did
lucky.
not get enough sleep last night, but we're going to go for it anyway. Should have a pretty good game this morning. Houston versus Delta once again. Houston came out with the win yesterday over Delta by a score of 4-1. They also have Hayden Shivers back this morning. We'll see how things go here from the Menard. Earlier today, I was able to interview Caitlin Norton. She had an assist last night, stepped up to play defense, is playing D again this morning. And just asked her a couple questions on what it was like to kind of move up as a freshman player at the varsity guys. So let's check out that interview. Here with Caitlin Norton. She had an assist last night against Delta and played an overall game, stepping up to replace some injuries, some sickness. Caitlin, what's it like to move up, step up, and play some varsity hockey this year?
It's definitely a big step up from house hockey. It's more fast-paced. Everyone here is bigger, stronger, but yeah.
Well, you're playing pretty well to start out the season. You know, you and a lot of the other young guys have done a really great job coming up and, you know, replacing some guys, filling some big shoes. What do you think we did right last night against Delta that helped us get the W?
One thing I noticed was the breakouts. Most of the wingers were there, so it was like it really helped with the transition.
So what do you think we need to do this morning to make sure we lock down that second win?
Forecheck, definitely.
All right. Well, good luck out there, Caitlin.
All right, thank you.
That brings us into our 3 key points for the game today, presented by Ace Waterwells. Key point number 1 is going to be burying rebounds. It's something the Hawks did a little bit better yesterday. Definitely struggled with on Tuesday against Bartlett. You know, boys, what do you think we need to do to start putting in these chances that we're getting?
Make sure to definitely, when we crash the net, make sure that we get our stick on the puck and get it into the net.
So key point number 2 is going to be defense first. Delta has a lot shorter bench than the Hawks. Hawks are going to hopefully therefore end up being a little more rested going into the second and third period. It's going to be key to make sure they're not allowing Delta any breakaways, that they're jumping and clearing, keeping it out of our zone. And then key point number 3 is going to be attack the zone. It kind of ties in with that burying rebounds mentality of making sure that people are crashing the net, getting backdoor, finishing those shots. Because the Hawks have struggled a little bit with that this week in their 2 games. We're about 10 minutes away from the start of game time, so don't go anywhere. It's the Houston High Hockey live broadcast. Game between the Houston Hawks and the Delta Huskies.
People watching, everybody's punch clocking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back, to dance them away. Everybody shadow boxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like you earned the flame. It's all the same. Shame, shame, shame. talking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back to dancing away. It's all the same. Everybody shadowboxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like you earned the flame. It's all the same. A shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Woo! Shame, shame, shame. A shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame.
Back from the bottom, straight to the top. Roll that sucker till the wheels break off. Adios, mama, in a do-si-do. Drop you like a rock and leave you comatose. Preach from the hip and I cut from the tip. Split your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light. 3 roses on the road again. Put on the red light. I can tell that you're on the plane. It could be the second coming now. Where you gonna run to now? South, south drift to the western wind. All the way up to the mountains in Madrid. Slip, don't slide out your right mind. Lucky if you make it through the night. Preach from the hip and I come from the tip. Switch your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light. 3 roses on the gate. Put on the red light. I can tell that you're on the break. It could be the second coming now. Where you gonna run to now? Back from the bottom, straight to the top. Roll that sucker till the wheels break off. I don't mind in a do-si-do. Drop you like a rock and leave you comatose. Preach from the hip and I cut from the tip. Split your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light. 3 roses on the gate. Put on the red light. I can tell that you're on the break. It could be the second coming now. Where you gonna run to now?
You didn't think that I could make it. I was underestimated.
Mind over matter, no matter over mind. I'm breaking barricades and borderlines. Never cautious or the warning sign. I'm out to overpower anything y'all try to undermine. I'm a living legend on the track. institution on the field. Natural born warrior, the Coliseum know the deal. But when I started, walls they were closing in. Underestimated, now I'm overthrowing them. Riding like the chariots, the fire gates are opening. Don't know who's chosen for the podium, you're looking at the true and living. This is dedicated to everybody who doubted me. You made a gladiator out of me. You're all the reason why I stayed motivated, while my team flag stays elevated.
This is dedicated to everybody who doubted me. You made a gladiator out of me. Game time, every win celebrated from the top. Let them know how we made it. Used to hate to confuse you, but I won't let it. MJ, how I followed through it, forever said it. Growing up, I was hard-headed and self-centered. I always knew I deserved more, I just had to get it. Got it, good, I'm great. Call me ever the great. Everything for the win, the loser couldn't relate. Overtime in the gym, my man handled the weight. I waited a long time for my time, give me a plate. Born to create, give me life, give me buzz. Give me money, give me peace, give me all of the above. To see the light, you need a plug. So give me health, give me wisdom, and all of the love. I'm a beast, grind hard, the paper it bring. I attack, bob weave, I'm good in the ring. Up north, wild boys and crazier things. Must I remind you in the presence of Canadian kings? Play a salute.
But when I started, walls they were closing in. Underestimated, now I'm overthrowing them. Riding like the chariots, the fire gates are opening. Don't know who's chosen for the podium. First album, certified classic. Last album, borderline magic. Stimulated your brain cells, shocked your chakras. Fuse hip-hop, rock with opera. Realest rappers in Toronto love to see me in the booth. Baddest stallions love to see me in a suit. Salute, proof. Galloway the God again. Here go the God again. Lyrical, spiritual, bring the Dalai Lama in. I could never die. 2 rap Junos nominated for a Gemini. Started with a symphony, the sum is still a mystery. Keep making records, I'ma keep on making history. But when I started, walls they were closing in. Underestimated, now I'm overthrowing them. Riding like the chariots, the fire gates are opening. Y'all know who's chosen for the podium, you're looking at the true.
This is dedicated to everybody who doubted me. You made a gladiator out of me. Game time, every win celebrated from the top. Let them know how we made it.
This is dedicated to everybody who doubted me. You made a gladiator out of me. You're all the reason why I stayed motivated, while my team flag stays elevated.
Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast. Game between the Hawks and the Huskies here from the Menards. Let's look at our starting lineups for tonight. Starting for Delta on defense, number 6, Brandon Lawhorn. On forward, number 7, Marcus Budnick. On forward, number 8, Brian Winston. At forward, number 11, Chris Brown. At defense, number 27, Brian Jenkins. And starting in net tonight for the Huskies is number 24, William Haas. And starting for the Hawks tonight on D, number 2, Noah Gillespie. On forward, number 6, Blake Rogers. At forward, number 13, Isaiah Squires. At forward, number 44, JP Nix. At defense, number 71, Hayden Shivers. And starting in net tonight this morning for the Hawks is number 29, Josh Schmolden. That's going to be hard to get used to, saying morning instead of night. I know that I have done that in the past.
Yeah, especially at the Big Lake tournament.
Face off at center ice, and he loses it back as Delta wins the opening draw. They send it out of the zone. Squires knocks it in, but Rogers is still just inside. He's going to touch it up for offsides. They didn't have enough time to turn off the music. That was such a quick stoppage. Squires taking the face off in the neutral zone at the offsides dot. Loses it back. Nix almost picks it up, goes through the skates out to Gillespie on the point. Gillespie dumps it back in for the Hawks as they go on the forecheck. Rolls behind the net. Jenkins tries to pick it up, loses it off the stick, has to flip it to the near side. Shivers on the point, stops it, dumps it back in for the Hawks. Behind Delta's net, it's picked up by Rogers. Now he's fighting for it on the hash marks with Squires. It's sent out to the point. Gillespie keeps it in with the skate. Now Delta pokes it out, sends it down the ice. Gillespie touches it up. That's going to wave off the icing. He'll have to pick it up behind his own net. He passes out to Nix on the hash mark. Nix loses it off the stick, picks it back up, sends it into the side. Now gives it up to Squires. Squires to Rogers in the middle. Rogers carrying it down the ice. He'll dump it in. Rogers gets a change. Now Nix is down behind the Delta net. Picks it up there, sends it back to the near side. Picked up by Tyler Hudgen. Tries to send it out. Ottengana is there to keep it in. Goes back right in front of the net now, and Haas will have to knock it away. Ottengana picks it up on the hash marks. Tries to step through, knocked away by Delta. Now it escapes the zone. It goes back to Caitlin Norton. Norton back to Kingery. Kingery passes up to Ottengana. Ottengana up to Riley Scott. Now Scott enters the zone. He's got it on the near side. Pass to the middle. Kingery's there. Back to Scott. It's knocked away by Thomas Warren. Passes up to Anderson. Anderson coming up the ice. Shivers picks it up, passes up to Kingery. Kingery now comes out across the blue line for the Hawks. Steps to the near side. He fires a shot, and it goes off into the net, actually, so the Hawks have a goal.
Well, good start for this morning.
Good start this morning. 13:26 left in the first period. Hawks already have their first goal. Not going to lie, I thought that one went off the post.
Oh, yeah.
Kingery tucks it just inside the net on the far side. As he skates across the blue, he's got Haas moving across the net, and he puts up the Hawks' first goal of the morning. Riley Scott's line now taking the face off at center ice. Scott pokes it through, gets it to Ottengana. Ottengana steps across the blue. He fires a shot in on Haas. Haas makes the glove save and then freezes it for a stoppage. That's Kingery's fourth goal, counting the 3 from last night. That's his fourth goal against Delta this series. Riley Scott taking the face off in the offensive zone for the Hawks. Wins it back. Kingery picks it up. Now he wheels around to the top of the zone, steps to the near side on the hash mark, fires one that's deflected away by Jenkins. Kingery and Jenkins fighting for it in the corner, passes it over to Scott. Scott picks it up on the far corner. Brown then picks it up for Delta as they move the other way. Brown passes up. Delta has it on the red. Now they step into the zone. Gillespie knocks it away. Brown's there to intercept. Brown fires a shot that goes over the net. Kingery's going to pick it up on the far side. Passes over to Scott. Scott gets reached by Jenkins. Now Delta has it back in the Hawk zone. Picked up by Gillespie. Gillespie steps across the red. Dumps it into Delta's zone. Hawks get a change as they have Squires, Rogers, and Nix back out there now. Nix moves in as Delta passes it up. It goes down the ice. Smolden will come out to stop it. And that's what they're going to call icing. As Smolden didn't touch it up, so he'll have an offensive zone face-off for the Hawks. Not a bad start for Houston, other than that brief lapse right there, kind of at the blue line. Nice, strong first couple minutes here, which is exactly what they need to do to get out ahead in this early morning game. Squires taking the face-off against Thomas Warren. One back to Hayden Shivers on the point. Shivers dumps it back in, goes into the corner. In Delta's zone, goes up to Norton on the point. She keeps it in. Now it's on the hash marks. Delta moving it up. Passed out to Thomas Warren. Warren coming in with some speed. He's got a guy backdoor. Passes across, off the skate. Now Smolden has to come out of the net to knock it away. Centering attempt knocked right in front of the net. And now Norton will pick it up and carry it behind. She comes to the near side, passes up to Nix. Nix on the hash mark, passes to Squires. Squires chips it through. Now he's got it in the skates. Can't quite get it out of there. Goes out just out of the zone. Rogers picks it up, passes back to Norton. Knocked past both of them. Now Hayden Shivers picks it up, dumps it in. Deep in Delta's zone, picked up by Tyler Hudgens. Nix fighting for him with the puck behind the net. It gets flipped to the near side. Riley Scott in with some speed, picks it up on the hash mark. Scott has it in the corner, pass to the center, knocked away by Delta's D. Norton picks it up on the hash mark now. Passes up to Scott. Scott knocks it in. Goes off a stick and just wide of the net. Ottengana passes to the near side. Scott's there to pick it up. Has it in the corner now. Pass down to Kingery. Kingery chips it back up. Scott fighting for it on the hash mark. Still in the corner with it. Goes down to Kingery. Kingery wheels past a man. Wheels around the net. Fires one. And Haas makes the save. Now Kingery picks it up again, and another leg pad save by William Haas. At the point is Gillespie. Gillespie fires one, deflected away from the net. Now Scott will pick it up on the near side. Tries to pass one in front off of a Delta skater. Goes up to Kingery on the point now. Kingery dumps it back in. Behind the net, Ottengana picks it up. Ottengana wheels around to the far side. Back down into the corner to Kingery. Kingery steps up to the hash mark with some space, but he's knocked off the puck by Hudgens. Up to Gillespie. Gillespie fails to keep it in, and they just clear it. Now Delta will get a change. Hayden Shivers has it. He passes up to Squires. Goes just past the stick, and Delta will almost clear. Now it's off of Squires' skate. Squires down on the play, pokes it through the legs. Gets sent down the zone, and icing is going to be called as Shivers wasn't quite able to touch it up. 10:27 remaining in this first period. Hawks up by 1 off the early goal from Kingery.
Hawks are doing good on their defense and their offense so far this game.
Yeah, they've done a great job of holding it in. It's not letting Delta get the change, and when you have a short bench like Delta, it's vital that you get that puck out of the zone so that you can get your guys off. Hawks win it up to Gillespie. Haas makes a great save that knocks it into the far corner. Rogers is there to try to knock it back in. Now Delta moves out of the zone. Rogers back checks, pokes it off, but it gets to Brown at center ice. Brown carries it across the blue. Gillespie knocks it away. Now Brown will pick it up and dump it in. On net as it just goes over the stick of 2 skaters. Rogers has to pick it up on the far corner. Back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson pokes it back up to Rogers. He's fighting for it there with Winston. Goes over to Isaiah Squires. Squires passes over to Gillespie. Gillespie with the puck on the blue at the red and dumps it in. Goes behind Delta's net now. Jenkins picks it up, tries to send it near side. Nix is there to cut him off. Rogers comes in to assist. Now Jenkins moves behind the net. He's knocked down by Squires, and it goes over to Winston. Rogers passes up to Hutchinson. Hutchinson dumps it back in for the Hawks. Goes all the way behind the net. Now Gillespie's going to race in to keep it in for the Hawks as the rest of them get a line change. Gillespie moves behind the net. He's 1-on-4 right now with Delta. Eventually pinned to the boards as it's knocked to the near side. Ottengana will pick it up. Pass out to Hutchinson, but it just goes past his stick and down the ice. Hutchinson collects it in his own zone now. Goes behind the net. He's got Kingery on the wing here. He passes up to him. Kingery on the hash mark. Passes over to Gillespie. Goes past his stick. Now Scott will pick it up and dump it in for the Hawks. Ottengana's going behind the net to try to stop it. Goes past him. Kingery also misses the poke check. Now Delta's going back the other way. Passed up. Now into the Hawks zone. Shivers picks it up. Passes out to Kingery. Now to Ottengana. Ottengana's going down with a possible breakaway. Knocks it through the skates of Thomas Warren, but he loses the puck to the side. Now Warren will pin him to the boards. Goes behind Delta's net. Puck's up in the air. Ottengana fighting for it there. Delta ends up with the puck. Now will start moving the other way. Passed out. Shivers collects in the neutral zone. Shivers chips it back in for the Hawks. Picked up by Tyler Hudgens. Hudgens passes out to the neutral zone. Kingery will stop it there. He has it in his skates. Gets it past 2 guys. Now he has a 1-on-0 with the goalie here as he picks it up on the near side. He's got Squires back door. Fired a shot, and Squires can't put in the rebound. Squires on the hash mark. Passes up to Norton. Norton passes to Rogers. Rogers throws one on net that's knocked aside. Rogers in the corner with it. Steps out to the side at the hash mark with it. Passes to the middle. Goes past the Hawks skaters into the neutral zone. Now Shivers tries to step up, but it's poked past him and dumped into the Hawks zone. And we're going to have an icing on the play. Delta wasn't quite able to get over the red line. It'll go back to the offensive zone for the Hawks. So far, another great performance by William Haas tonight. You can't fault him for that 1 goal, and he's been solid in net just like we saw last night. I should say this morning. I said night again, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Oh, I'm tired, so.
Aren't we all?
Yeah. Squires taking the face off, wins it to the side, it's chipped out. Gillespie collects on the point. Gillespie back down, rolls behind the net. Jenkins is there. He pokes it past Rogers. Squires will pick it up on the hash mark. Tries to pass out, but Brown intercepts. Gets through Hutchinson, skates. Now Delta's going back 3-on-2. Brown on the hash mark. Passes to the middle. And Caleb Lawhorn just quite can't get a stick on it. Now Jenkins has it on the point. He fires one that's away from the net. Gillespie knocks it out of the air. Now Delta fires another shot that Smolden knocks away. Passed out to the point. Goes over the stick and out into the neutral zone. Now Nix has it in the neutral zone for the Hawks. At the red. Steps to the middle, wheels in for some time. Now he fires one that's deflected away by Delta. They pass out to the neutral zone. Austin Jones is there to knock her man off the puck. It's passed across to Gillespie. Gillespie in the skates. Out to Plum. Plum centers it. Austin Jones is there. Loses it, and Delta will ice it down. Hutchinson picks it up on the hash mark. Passes over to Gillespie. Gillespie wheels to the middle. He's got some room. Passes out to Jones. Jones pokes it past Jenkins. Now goes into the zone. Jenkins will send it back out. And now Hutchinson has it. Dumps it back in. Dumps it in right into Austin Jones for an offside. Some of our sponsors tonight, that's the Brad's Rifle Company and Ace Waterwells. If you're interested in sponsoring the broadcast, email us at HoustonHawkHockey@gmail.com or see Lisa Humphreys or Isaac Smolden for more details. Noah Plum's taking the face-off here for the Hawks' third line tonight, and it's lost back into Delta's zone. Picked up in the corner by Hudgen. Passed out, Hayden Shivers keeps it in, dumps it back into the corner. Now it's sent back out again, now Thomas Warren comes down the ice with some speed. Passes right to Anderson. Anderson coming in on a 1-on-0, but Hayden Shivers with the back check knocks it away. Goes into the far corner. Picked up by Stiers, tried to clear it, doesn't quite make it. Now it'll be picked up by Norton. Norton passes down to Plum. Plum over to Shivers. Shivers in the corner, passes to Austin Jones. Austin Jones with the puck, knocked up her stick by Warren. Centered out by Hayden Shivers. Shivers knocks Warren off the puck. That's picked up by Plum. Plum carries it at the red. Warren knocks it off his stick. Warren wheels to the middle, and he's knocked down by Plum. Removed from the puck. Over to Norton. Norton's hit hard by number 8, Brian Winston. Puck now in the neutral zone. Scott loses it to Winston. Winston carries it across the red. Poked back, and now dumped in to Ottengana's skates. Riley Scott misses a check as it just escapes into the zone for offsides. We'll have a stoppage in play. A couple big hits there for both teams. Shivers levels Anderson in the corner. Plum knocks down Warren from behind, and then Winston makes a hit on Caitlin Norton to separate her from the puck.
Austin Jones was, when she came out, she was very physical. She was hitting everyone.
Knocked one of the Delta skaters right off the puck. And after, I mean, she's the shortest guy on the ice, second to maybe Aiden. Passed out to Ottengana. Ottengana carries it across the red. Dumps it into the zone now for the Hawks. It goes into the far corner. Passes it past Jenkins to Kingery. Kingery centers. Up to Gillespie on the high slot. Gillespie loses it off the stick, and it's poked away by Delta. Ottengana fights for it there. Now Delta sends it out to the neutral zone. Gillespie has it. We are going to have a penalty against Delta for a hit on Aiden Ottengana. Play still goes on as Delta hasn't touched it up. It's dumped in. Riley Scott has it behind the net. He loses it there. He picks it back up. Delta still isn't able to touch it up. Play's still going on now. Eventually picked up by Isaiah Squires. He's the sixth man on the ice. Hutchinson on the point. He fires one that's deflected away. Now fighting for it in the corner is the Hawks. Pass up to Gillespie. Back down into the corner. Goes back to Jenkins, and Jenkins will knock it away. Nix has it. Centers. Eventually rolls out, and Delta will finally touch it up.
Even though that they touched it up behind the net.
Penalty on one of the Delta forwards. Looks like whoever it was went back on the bench. Eventually we have a guy over here. It's going to be number 7, Marcus Budnick. Roughing penalty on Aiden Ottengana. Hawks did a really great job there on the 6-on-5. They got Smolden out of the net, put the extra skater on. And Delta isn't able to touch it up. They get like an extra 30 seconds of power play there.
Oh, yeah.
Hawks now go on the power play for the first time tonight. Second line out there. Passed up to the point. Norton keeps it in the zone. Passed down on the hash mark. And to Squires, who wheels it around to the slot. Pass out to Hayden Shivers. Shivers fires one on net to Haas, and JP Nix is back door, but he just hits the side of the net. Over to Norton. Norton dumps it back in for the Hawks. Goes behind the net now. Squires has it. Squires, he's knocked off the puck. Rogers moves in, tries to play it. He knocks man down. Has it in the corner now. Rogers passed to Squires through his skates. Squires going back for it. Still in the skates now as Ethan Lawhorn knocks it away from him. Picked back up by JP Nix. Nix in the corner. Centers it. No Houston skaters there. Back to Nix. Nix fires one, and Haas is going to make the glove save.
Has definitely stepped his game up since the second period of last game to today.
He had a great second period last night. He lets up 2 in the first, 2 in the second. 29 saves on 33 shots. You know, a pretty good performance. The ones he scored on, a couple breakaways, couple you know, bad rebounds. Defense isn't able to clear him out. But you know, playing well so far tonight. Riley Scott's line now out there for the power play with 1:22 left. They pass it up to Shivers. Shivers on the point, passes down to Scott. To Ottengana in the corner. Ottengana flips it back out. Scott isn't able to get a handle on it. Warren picks it up, dumps it down. Smolden stops it and passes out to Hayden Shivers. Shivers wheels behind the Hawks net. He passes out, goes past Kingery and down the ice. Delta touches it up. Now Kingery in with some speed, tries to poke it away. He does. Warren has it in the center. Now he's going to move the other way. He ices it down. 54 seconds remaining in the Hawks power play as Smolden stops it behind the net. To be picked up by Shivers. He's got some time as Delta got a change. Shivers got it in the middle. He's going to skate up with it. Wheels around Brown, steps across the red into Delta's zone. Fires a shot on net that's knocked away by the defense. Picked back up by Shivers. Shivers passes out. Gillespie's on the point with it off his skate. Back down to Shivers. Shivers wheels around. Back down to Gillespie with a nice pass. Gillespie in the corner. Gets around the net. He's got it on the near side. Pass out to Riley Scott. Scott has it on the stick. He fires one that's knocked away by the D. Back to Gillespie. Gillespie back to Scott. Scott up at the point. Hayden Shivers with the puck. He fires one. He isn't able to get a handle on it. It's poked out. Now Anderson is coming down on Shivers. Shivers will knock it to the side. Send it around behind the net. Gillespie picks it up on the hash mark. Sends it out to Kingery. Kingery with the puck on his stick on the red. Carries it into the zone. Now it's in the skates of Hudgens, and they'll knock it just away from the net. Ottengana with the stick on it as Delta's full strength. Gillespie fires one, and Kingery almost managed to put it in back door. Ottengana picks it up in the corner. Knocked away from him. Out to Hutchinson on the point. Hutchinson fires one, deflected behind the net. Isaiah Squires picks it up, carries it around the near side. Steps back around to the near side now, passes up to Gillespie. Gillespie on the point, he fires a shot, deflected wide of the net. Rogers picks it up on the hash mark, dumps it back in. Goes to the near side. JP Nix in the corner. Touches it to Isaiah Squires. Squires moves behind the net. Pass to the center, and Rogers almost puts it in. Nix on the far corner. Passes behind the net now. Picks it back up. Centers it. Goes out to Gillespie on the point. Gillespie fires one. That does not go on net as it's deflected away. Delta eventually picks it up on the hash mark. Now they pass it out. Hutchinson's going to have to make a play on it here on his own blue as Delta gets a change. Lots of time as he passes across to Gillespie. Gillespie passes over. And Ottengana touches it up. He's got it on the blue. Back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson passes over to Kingery. Kingery has it in the middle. Passes to Ottengana. Ottengana across the blue. Steps to the far side. Got it behind the net now. Centers it. But Anderson knocks it away with the skate. Kingery moves in as it's passed out to Caleb Lawhorn. Lawhorn centers it to the middle. Delta moves across the Hawks blue. Wheeled past Hutchinson as it's centered, but Lawhorn isn't able to get a stick on it. Now Kingery goes behind the net. He's got some speed coming up the ice. Kingery passes out to Scott. Scott's coming in with Ottengana for the 2-on-2. Scott to the near side. Pass to Ottengana in the middle. Ottengana's want to know what the goalie. Haas makes the save. Now Scott knocks it on the net. And Haas has it. And they score! Hawks finally put it into the net. Haas makes 2 or 3 saves off the rebound, but Delta just isn't able to get a stick on it. And either Ottengana or Riley Scott finally touches it into the back of the net.
I think it was Riley Scott on that one.
And that is exactly what we're talking about before the game. Crashing the net, attacking the zone.
Burying the rebound.
2-on-2. They've got Ottengana on the back door. He fires a shot, and Delta just isn't quite able to get a stick on it as it's rolling on the rebound. And so Hawks are able to capitalize with guys in front. Scott's line back out there as the Hawks now take the 2-0 lead. Ottengana pokes it into the zone. Ottengana on the corner. They are going to credit Scott with that last goal with assists from Ottengana. Now Ottengana carries it, fires one on net, and he has it behind. Ottengana has it behind the net, fighting for it. Rogers is out there with Ottengana and Scott. He has it in the corner, tries to center in the skates, and now Delta dumps it to the far side. It'll be picked up by Anderson and sent out of the zone. And Riley Scott will pick it up on the red line. Scott steps on across the blue. Now he's got it across the red, moving into Delta's zone. On the near side, carries it around to defenseman, centers it. In the air, no one is able to get a stick on it. Now Kingery's on the point. He steps past a man. Steps into the corner. He's got some time. Centers it to Nix, and Nix just goes off the skate. Hayden Shivers keeps it in the zone, dumps it down to Kingery. Kingery's in the corner over to Nix. Nix behind the net. Centers. Hayden Shivers will get it at the point, but it's knocked away by Travis Terry. Terry dumps it down the ice for Delta. On net, Smolden knocks it to the side. Picked up there by Squires. Looks like Squires, Nix, and Kingery are now out there on a line. Coach shaking it up a bit as Kingery steps into the zone. Kingery dumps it down. It'll be picked up by Thomas Warren. Warren dumps it to the far side. Norton makes a play. The Hawks keep it in. And now time's going to expire on the first period. And that's going to do it for the first. Hawks are going to go into the second up 2-0, very similar to last night. And stay tuned. We'll have your first intermission stats, and then, of course, the drop of the puck for the second. It's the Houston iHockey live broadcast, game between the Hawks and the Delta Huskies.
I'm stranded in a world full of dreams. Out of time, out of luck, out of reach. See the light shining in from your eyes tonight. The storm is coming now. I'm your place to hide. I see you drowning out, running for your life. We can slip away into the dark. Follow me, when there is no way
Welcome back to the Houston iHockey live broadcast, game between the Hawks and the Delta Huskies. Let's look over our first period stats. Hawks had 10 shots on goaltender William Haas in the first period. Haas makes 8 of those saves. The Delta Huskies have 6 shots on Smolden. Smolden's good for all 6. 1 penalty, it was on the Delta Huskies. 2 minutes for roughing. Hawks weren't able to capitalize, but they did score 2 goals. The first one came from Kai Kingery unassisted, carries it down the ice. Fires a beautiful shot far side on William Haas. Then Riley Scott gets a goal from Adot Ngana as they bang away a rebound in front of the net late in the period to put the Hawks up by 2. Voits, what are your impressions for that period?
Well, we're doing good on our offense and doing good with our defense and crashing the net today. Better than yesterday with crashing net and getting the rebounds in there.
Yeah, I'd agree. The offensive presence is definitely a little stronger. I think the Hawks are getting some more quality chances. Still like to see the sticks on the ice a little bit more, bearing down, getting it on your stick, making sure you get good quality shots on net, right? And, defensively, playing pretty well, but a bit of a weaker night defensively from the Hawks, I think. They're struggling just a little bit more to keep it out of the zone. Hasn't cost them so far, but I think going into the second and the third here, you really need to make sure you're clearing the zone, because Delta's chances are coming off of turnovers at the blue line, catching us, down a man. They come back in on the odd man rush, get quality chances.
Yeah.
So we're about 10 minutes away from the start of the second period. Don't go anywhere. It's a Houston iHockey live broadcast game between the Hawks and the Huskies.
Try my best just to get away, but you pulled me closer. You're something wild I can never tame, and you're taking over. All my thoughts and the words I say never seem to matter. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. Drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. over. All disease moving through my brain makes my vision slower. Try and run, but I can't escape as my whole world shattered. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. And the crash right after. And the crash right after. You're the drug running through my veins, and the crash right after. And the crash right after. And the crash right after.
Everybody's punch clocking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back, to dance them away. Everybody shadowboxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like you earned the flame. It's all the same. Shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Woo! How can you sleep? How will you die when this is how you live your life? You see the world while locked inside. It's just a flash before your eyes. We don't know why we can't break through if all we do is people watch. You people watch, that's all you do. You loved and lost, you people watch. Everybody's people watching, everybody's punch clocking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back, to dance them away. It's all the same. Everybody shadowboxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like you earned the flame. It's all the same. A shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Woo! Shame, shame, shame.
to the top, roll that sucker till the wheels break off. Audio mama in a do-si-do, drop you like a rock and leave you comatose. Preach from the hip and I cut from the tip, split your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go, steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go, steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light, three roses on the hurricane. Put on the red light, I can tell it's hard to play. It could be the second coming now. Where you gonna run to now? South drift to the western wind, all the way up to the mountains in Madrid. Slip, don't slide out your right mind. Lucky if you make it through the night. Preach from the hip and I come from the tip. Switch your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light, three roses on the gate. Put on the red light, I can tell it's hard to break. It could be the second coming now. Where you gonna run to now? Back from the bottom, straight to the top. Roll that sucker till the wheels break off. I don't mind a do-si-do, drop you like a rock and leave you comatose. Preach from the hip and I cut from the tip. Split your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light, three roses on the gate. Put on the red light.
Welcome back to the Houston Night Hockey live broadcast. Game between the Hawks and the Delta Huskies. Getting ready for the start of the second period here. Houston's going in up by 2. Starting out there for the second period is Nix, Rogers, and Squires on forward. Thomas Warren, Marcus Budnick, and Anderson are out there for Delta to take the opening face-off. Now Squires loses it back, and Ethan Lawhorn picks it up, sends it down the ice. Gillespie's there to poke it back the other way. Goes down the ice, and we're going to have an icing. So just like the first period, we are going to stop play only 8 seconds in.
Wow, that's actually right on the money, too.
This time Wags is on it with the music, though. He's like, he's shutting it down before he got a different song on.
Yeah, he was probably really tired, too, in the first period.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just starting to wake up.
Well, same.
Squires taking the D-zone face-off. He loses it back. It's picked up by Ethan Lawhorn on the point. Lawhorn fires it in. Picked up by Thomas Warren right in front of the net. Now Smolden makes the save that his defense knocks away. Goes up and out of the zone. JP Nix going down the ice for it. It's going to be picked up by Hudgen. No icing on the play now as JP Nix tries to stop it behind the net. Squires will pick it up, throw it back behind to the near side. Gets chipped past Rogers, and it's picked up by Jacob Anderson and thrown out of the zone. Off a skate now as Nate Hutchinson dumps it back the other way. Delta now sends it back into the Hawks zone. Gillespie picks it up on the top of the circle. He throws it out. It goes off a body and over to the near side. Picked up by Squires. Now Squires wheels it out of the zone. He's got Rogers. He hits him on the red. Rogers loses it off the stick and is forced to dump it in. Goes around to the far side. Riley Scott's there. And he's going to get a penalty for either roughing or interference. And it is going to be an interference penalty. Riley Scott lets the puck go right past him and makes a nice hit on Lawhorn. Unfortunately, Lawhorn does not have the puck. So Scott's going to go sit down for 2 minutes. I'd put a headset on him and ask him why he would hit someone without the puck, but I mean, I think
I think he was just too in the moment.
I mean, he was way too in the moment. He's got tunnel vision. The puck's going right past him.
He sees the player, he just wants to hit him.
So Scott manages to get on the score sheet again tonight. He's going to go for every column he can to make my job harder when I enter stats later today. Hawks win this face-off and send it down the ice. Picked up by Kingery. Now Kingery's 1-0 with the goalie. He's got it. He fires one. And Haas makes a save as Kingery tried to stuff it 5-hole. It was chipped around by Hayden Shivers. Kingery went down on a 1-0 off a nice rush. Haas makes a great save to keep Kingery out of the net. They have it behind the Delta net now. Ottengana passes up to Caitlin Norton. Norton back down to Ottengana. Goes past him into the corner. Now Delta tries to come out of the zone. Kingery knocks Chris Brown down to the ice. Now Kingery, he has it back in front. Loses it off the stick. Ottengana pokes it to the corner. Brown picks it up. Sends it out into Norton's skates. Norton loses it, but Kingery picks it up in the neutral zone. Kingery on the red, dumps it back in. Picked up there by Jenkins. Ottengana pokes it away. Now he's going to have to rush in as Delta sends it back out to the neutral zone. Off the stick of Thomas Warren. Warren coming into the zone with some speed. He fires a shot that Smolden knocks away with the blocker. Kingery in the corner. It's knocked right behind the net now. Hayden Shivers picks it up and sends it down the ice. 56 seconds left in the Hawks' penalty kill. And Delta will pick it up behind their own net. They got it on the near side. Poke it past Isaiah Squires. Now Jenkins is moving up the ice with it across the red. Poked away by JP Nix. Back to Jenkins. He's knocked off the puck there by Shivers. Gillespie picks it up and sends it back up the boards. Nix will collect on the near side. Nix chips it out to Squires. Squires has it on the red. Dumps it past Hudgens. Now Squires is going forward in the corner as it's picked up by Warren and sent out of the zone. Stopped on his own blue line by Hayden Shivers. Shivers sends it back in. Delta's going to have a high stick here if they touch it up. And they do, so we'll have an offensive zone faceoff for the Hawks as it was knocked out of the air with the high stick. Some more of our sponsors tonight, that's Alaska Metal Building Erectors and Snowfire Gardens. If you're interested in sponsoring the broadcast, email us at houstonhawkhockey@gmail.com or see Lisa Humphreys or Isaac Smolden for more details. Ottengana taking the face-off. He's out there with Kingery. One to the side by Delta. Goes up to Hutchinson, and Hutchinson dumps it in. On the hash mark now, Delta picks it up. Try to send it out to the neutral zone. Just gets out. It's picked up by Marcus Budnick. Back the other way is Kingery. Kingery fires a slap shot that's way wide of the net. In the corner now, Hudgen picks it up. And Scott is out of the box as the Hawks are full strength. Ottengana centers it to Kingery. Kingery fires a shot that's knocked away by the defenseman Lawhorn. Kingery recollects on the point, dumps it back in. Goes around to the near side. Ottengana is there to pick it up in the corner. He has it on the stick, chips it down to Kingery, but it's knocked away by the defense. Gillespie going forward in the neutral zone. Chips it past Anderson. Kingery going against Hudgen now as Hudgen passes back out. Ottengana knocks Hudgen down to the ice, but now it's picked up by Caleb Lawhorn going the other way. Kingery knocked off the puck. Riley Scott's going to pick it up, sends it out to the neutral zone. Ottengana dumps it back in. Now the Hawks will get a change. Squires line now out there for the Hawks. Delta has some room now as the Hawks got the change. They're coming up the ice. Nix stops it, pokes it to Squires. Squires steps through, but he's tripped up on the play. Now Delta goes back the other way. Thomas Warren with the puck. Wheels around Hutchinson. He steps to the middle. He fires one on Smolden, and he scores. Both defense are caught flat-footed on the play as Warren wheels around Nate Hutchinson and then goes backhand on the near side and slips one past Smolden. So Delta's cut the lead in half. I don't know about you, Boydsie, a bit of a questionable no call there. Squires is coming into the zone, and the stick kind of catches him from behind. I can see.
that should have been a tripping.
You know, I can see if you're saying he's going for the puck, but he doesn't make contact with it.
It looks like he got like slew-footed.
Yeah, I think you could go either way with it. Obviously, it ends up not working in the Hawks' favor, but it is what it is. Hawks now only up by one, and they dump it into the zone. Goes into the corner. Jenkins is there. Picks it up, sends it back out to the point. Hayden Shivers dumps it back in. Blake Rogers with the puck in the corner. Wheels around, goes out to Hayden Shivers on the point. Shivers fires a shot, way wide of the net. Nix knocked it out of the air. Now he'll go for it in the corner, and he knocks his man to the ground, and it's passed behind the net. Rogers was all alone in front. Now he's forced to go to the near side corner and try to dig it out. Delta picks it up. Now Warren moving the other way with it. Going on against Shivers. Shivers stepped around. Warren has it. It's knocked out to the side by Hayden Shivers. Warren steps to the middle. And now we are going to have a tripping penalty against the Hawks. And I got to say, very similar play. This time the Hawks are going to go to the box for a trip. you know, I would, normally I wouldn't complain about that call, but when it is that similar to the, I don't know what you're seeing, Boydsie. Tell me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, that play was exactly, almost exactly the same as the other one that happened to Isaiah Squires.
Hawks win the face-off on the kill. It's dumped around. Kingery moving up the ice. Similar play to last time. Now Kingery steps past. Poked to past Jenkins. Kingery has another 1-on-0. He fires a shot, and he knocks the stick out of William Haas's hand, but Haas makes the save and deflects it over the net. Great play shorthanded for the Hawks. Great chance. Haas makes a nice stick save that actually removes the stick from his hand. That was impressive.
Our penalty kill is pretty decent this year.
Yeah.
Lots of shorthanded goals.
You have a laser shot when you're knocking the stick out of the opposing goaltender's hand.
Oh, yeah.
Great shot by Kingery. With 1:47 left in the kill, Hawks will take an offensive zone face-off here. And it's going to be Ottengana facing off against Warren. Ottengana will take the face-off here. Loses it to the side, goes into the corner. Delta tries to chip it out. Norton almost holds it in the zone, but Warren pushes it past. Now passes out to Budnick. Into Hayden Shivers' skates. Shivers almost sends it out, but it's just kept in. Now Smolden will make a glove save. And we'll have a defensive zone face-off. You know, as much as you hate to go on the kill, it's almost a benefit for the Hawks sometimes. They come out really strong on the kill.
And we usually get a goal.
They're usually pretty solid. They've popped a lot of shorthanded goals this year. Ottengana and Kingery still out there on forward. Gillespie and Hutchinson now on defense. Ottengana wins it to the side. Gillespie sends it around the net. Kingery is going to have to pick it up on the hash mark. Fighting for it there. It's centered right in front. Ottengana picks it up. Sends it out to the point. Delta keeps it in. Dumped in. Gillespie poked away from him by Warren. Warren fires one off the skate of his own player. Warren passes out to the point. Ethan Lawhorn knocks it back in. Behind the net now, Gillespie picks it up. Gillespie passes out. It's stopped on the point by Hudgen. Knocked into the corner. Sent back behind the net now to the far side. Marcus Budnick picks it up. Centers to Warren. To Hudgen on the point. Hudgen knocks it into the near side. In the corner with it. Hutchinson loses it off the stick to Chris Brown. Centering attempt right on Smolden. Smolden makes the leg pad save, and they're going to freeze play. Smolden with a big save there as Thomas Warren tries to stuff it near side.
We need to get the puck out of the zone.
For sure. This second period, that's what I noticed, a lot slower start. They've really struggled to clear the zone. Even on the kill would make an icing. And it's something that they have to kind of pick up here. Or, you know, because Delta's threatening right now. They've already got one. They're hungry for another. Hawks need to clear. Passed out to Lawhorn on the point as Delta wins the face-off. It goes down into the corner. Norton's there, centered by Delta, knocked away by Smolden. Now Shivers picks it up, fails to clear the zone. In the skates now. Squires knocks his man off the puck, but Delta keeps it in. Into the skates of Hayden Shivers. Shivers tries to dig it out of the corner against Thomas Warren. Warren picks it up on the hash mark. Centers to the middle. Delta fires a shot, and they score! What a goal by Delta.
Backhand, top shelf.
That is Chris Brown with the backhand goal. He's left alone right in the slot. And he fires a backhand goal, top shelf past Smolden. And, you know, you cannot blame that one on your goalie.
No.
Brown left alone right in front, and what a beauty of a shot that sneaks past Smolden's shoulder, top corner. So Delta will tie it up here with 8:44 left in the second period. Game's tied at 2. We'll have a center ice face-off. Squires is taking it for the Hawks. One back by Thomas Warren. Ethan Lawhorn picks it up. Sends it just out of the zone. Dumped back in by Squires. Now the Hawks clear. Go back in on the attack. Squires tries to get it behind the net. Lawhorn ends up with it on the far side. Comes out of the zone now. Into the neutral zone. Squires picks it up. Sends it back the other way. Nick's fighting for it on the blue. Sent just out of the zone to Plum. It's in Plum's skates. And now Marcus Budnick's going to move up the ice. Fired in on Smolden, that Smolden knocks away. Nix sends it up to Squires, kept in by Lawhorn. Squires knocks Ethan Lawhorn down to the ground now. Picked up by Warren in the middle. Warren steps past a man, but it's stopped by Hayden Shivers. Fighting for it on the point is Squires. Sent back into the zone. Warren on the stick, and now they're going to be just offside for a stoppage. Riley Scott's line coming back out for the Hawks. Hoping to generate some offense here as Delta has tied it up. 7:56 left in the second period.
Isaiah Squires is getting a little more physical too this game.
Sure. You know, that's not usually a part of his game, but he's
usually going for a goal.
He's taking some bodies. He's not being afraid to take the body, and that's what you're going to need to get your team fired back up here. A bit of a slower start to the second for the Hawks, and you know, physical play, keeping it in the zone. That's what's going to get you out of this funk. Picked up by Kingery. Kingery carries it into the zone. 3-on-2. Kingery to the near side, fires one, goes off his stick. Now the net is empty and Scott has it. And no goal is going to be on the play as the net was way off the mooring there for about 5 seconds. Scott puts it into the net with the net about 5 feet.
Truly shows how blind the refs are.
You know, here's the reasoning on that. You don't have to blow it dead unless it's going to result in a goal.
Which it did.
So it did. So, you know, if play would have gone the other way, referee can just push it back on, and that'll stop there from having to be a stoppage. Hawks do have a chance for a goal, so then play is stopped. Now Delta has it going the other way. Warren coming into the zone on Gillespie. Gillespie pushes him to the outside, knocks him into the corner. Warren centers right in front. Anderson fires one. Smolden makes a save. Another shot deflected away from the net. Ottengone on the near side. Goes over to Gillespie. Gillespie moving back down the other way. With some speed, reels it past Lawhorn. Gillespie tries to step to the middle, but it's knocked away by Jenkins. Ottengone in the corner. Centers it into the skates. Gillespie picks it back up, sends it down to Ottengone. Ottengone passes out to Riley Scott. Scott flips it back down to Kingery. Kingery on the hash mark. Fighting for the puck. Has it back on his stick. Wheels into the corner now. Knocked out the puck by Warren. Picked up by Ottengone behind the net. Ottengone on the red. Back up to Scott. Scott gets a poke past him. Now Warren goes the other way. Hayden Shivers on the back check. Almost catches him. Now he fires one on Smolden. Smolden makes the save. And Smolden will cover it for a stoppage in play. Smolden takes a stick to the face there from Warren. Hayden Shivers has to push him away. Warren with some speed coming down the ice. Another breakaway chance for Delta. Hayden Shivers helps out on the back check. Make sure the shot doesn't get a good quality shot on Smolden, but still.
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that Delta's out shooting the Hawks right now.
Yeah.
Hawks win it through.
Let's keep this music going.
Goes out to the neutral zone. Squires gets it over to Nix. Nix tries to carry it through, but Tyler Hudgen makes a stop. Out to Chris Brown. Brown into the zone. Fires one and scores.
Sending Riley Bollinger out now.
You know, I'm a bit surprised to see Bollinger come out. I don't think that Smolden's let up a weak goal yet. Brown's allowed to fire one from the point, and it's deflected past Smolden. But in any case, Riley Bollinger will be coming out to replace Smolden with 6:33 left in the second period. Hawks now down a goal. They're sending out Squires, Nix, and Plum. Squires taking the face off at center ice. Wins it back to Gillespie.
Right.
Gillespie on the blue. Passes across to Nate Hutchinson. Hutchinson with the puck on the stick. Passes over. Squires picks it up at the blue. Squires wheels into the zone. He's got a chance for a shot. Steps to the middle. Fires one and scores! And the Hawks respond really quick. And they tie it back up. Isaiah Squires chips one past Taz on a nice breakaway attempt. And the Hawks have it tied back up at 3. You know, another reason for taking Smolden out is it spurs the team a bit to kind of pick things up. Hawks respond only maybe 8 seconds after
not that long.
That Delta goal. And that might be the spark they need to kind of pull it back together here in the second period. They've had a weak start, but they might be able to turn it around now, looking a little bit stronger. Ottengone to the side, chips it past. Scott's going to pick it up in the hash mark. Knocked into the corner now. Scott tries to poke it past, but it's picked up by Butnick. Butnick knocks it back to the corner. Picked up now by Lawhorn. Center to Kingery. Kingery fires one and Haas makes the save. Knocked back into the far corner. Ottengone is there. Ottengone back to Scott. Scott Tries to knock it up on the goal line now. Scott centers it in the skates. Back to Scott in the far corner. He wheels up the ice on the hash mark now. Fires one deflected away. Hayden Shivers has it on the point now. Chips it in to Kai Kingery. But it's in the skates, and now we're going to have a penalty on Delta for a slash.
That is number
It's going to be number 27, Brian Jenkins. He's going to go to the box for 2 minutes for a slashing penalty with 5:44 remaining in the second. Hawks could really use another goal here. Tied up with Delta here, 5:44 left in the second. Riley Scott, Kai Kingery, and A. Ghana with Hayden Shavers and Caitlin Norton on defense. Scott taking the face-off. One back by Delta. They flip it out of the zone, and it goes down the ice. Bollinger will come out of the net and stop it. Hayden Shivers picks it up behind the net. Shivers passes out, stopped on the point by Warren. Warren has the puck on the blue now. Shivers tries to poke it away, but Warren carries it in. Now Riley Scott picks it up, carries it behind the net. Passes over and up to Kingery. Kingery gets it poked away. Now Scott picks it back up, passed over to Ottengana. Ottengana chips it in. Delta throws it to the side. Scott fails to keep it in and sent down the ice by Delta. 1:25 left in the second, or in the penalty. Hayden Shivers picks it up now on the hash mark. Tries to chip it past, but Butnick stops it in the skates. Butnick keeps it in for Delta now on the blue. Hayden Shivers picks it up, passes out to Kingery. Kingery on the red. Carries it in. Around the defenseman, into the corner. Kingery still fighting for it in the skates. Now Ottengana picks it up, leaves it to Kingery. Kingery centers it, goes all the way down the ice. Hawks doing Delta's job for him here, so they ice it back to Bollinger. Bollinger stops it behind the net. Norton will pick it up, carry it around the near side. 52 seconds left in the Hawks power play. Passed out to Squires. Squires dumps it into the zone. Goes into the corner, now goes behind the net. Tried to be poked away by Squires, but it's sent back up to the near side. Gillespie will keep it in the zone now. On the stick. Chips it to the middle. Picked up by JP Nix. Nix carries it around. Now down into the corner. Nix has it on the stick still. Centers it to right in front to Plum. Plum deflects it in on Haas. And Haas will make a glove save.
Delta has definitely has a better game today.
Yeah, they've really, stepped it up. And Hawks playing a little bit slower here in the second. They really dominated in the first. Not as much as yesterday, but they still had a pretty controlling. But Delta's come out and really capitalized on the Hawks' mistakes so far. Haas makes a nice save off a deflection from Plum. Now the Hawks take an offensive zone faceoff. Squires to Plum. Plum chips it up. Now Delta picks it up. They move down the ice. Winston has it on the stick. Pokes it to the point. Kept in by Warren. Hutchinson picks it up in the corner. Sends it around. Isaiah Squires will pick it up on the hash mark. Squires with the puck. Passes over to Plum. Plum knocked off the puck by Warren. Now Warren sends it back the other way. Warren knocked down by JP Nix. And the Hawks move it up the ice. Squires dumps it in. Goes behind the net now. Nix has it on the near side corner. He tries to get hit, but destroys number 6, Caleb Lawhorn. Now Ottengana comes in and whiffs on the one-timers. Right in front. It's chipped over to Caleb Lawhorn now. Hooked away by Gillespie. Knocked out of the air with a high stick. Kingery knocks Brown off the puck. Now he centers it to Ottengana. Ottengana comes in one-on-one. Steps to the near side, but it's poked away by Brandon Lawhorn. Delta goes the other way with it. Ottengana on the back check knocks the puck away from Caleb Lawhorn. Across to Gillespie. Gillespie passes out to Ottengana. Ottengana, puck on the stick, flips it over to Kingery. Kingery moving into the zone now on the hash mark. Into the corner. Wheels around behind the net. He's got some time. Steps to the near side. Centers. Knocked away. Now Caleb Lawhorn coming back, but Kingery knocks it away from him. It goes down into the Hawks zone. Kingery picks it up in the corner. Wheels around the net. Moving up the ice now. Gets it past Lawhorn, coming down with some speed, and flips it out of the rink into the stands. Stoppage in play. 2:39 left in the second period, still tied at 3. Be a center ice face-off here as the puck was flipped out from center ice. Squires taking the center ice face-off now. To Plum. Plum gets it knocked back to Hayden Shivers. Shivers, puck on the hash mark in the Hawks defensive zone. Steps around, passes out to JP Nix. Nix on the red line. Fires it in off the leg of Jenkins. Back to Brandon Lawhorn, who flips it out. Squires picks it up in the corner. Now Squires passes past Brandon Lawhorn. Picked up by Brown on the far side, out to Norton. Norton on the point, fires one. Deflected up and behind the net. Jenkins has it now. He flips it up to the near side. Kept in by Hayden Shivers. Shivers down to Squires, to Nix, or Plum in the middle. Now it goes over to the far side to Nix. Nix dumps it back into the zone for the Hawks. Plum comes up the near side to try to knock it away from the Delta defenseman. Knocks the puck off the stick, but the puck gets passed up to Hayden Shivers on the red. Shivers passes down, goes to Plum. In the zone now, Brandon Lawhorn knocks it away. Goes back out to Shivers. Shivers chips it off the boards to Kingery. Kingery loses it to Budnick. Budnick in the skates. Scott chips it past now to be picked up by Warren. Warren dumps it into the zone, and Hayden Shivers picks it up. Fires it all the way around. Stopped on the point by Hudgen. Now Ottengana picks it up. He's got a 2-on-1 with Kingery. Passes up to Kingery. Kingery comes into the zone. Passes back to Ottengana. Ottengana fires one to Kingery. Back door. They score! Kai Kingery's second of the morning. And what a great passing play for the Hawks. They're back on top.
Kai bringing it back to the 3 key points of the game. Burying the rebound.
Yeah. Great passing play from Ottengana and Kingery. Ottengana ends up with it on the far side, chips it to Kingery in the middle. Kingery passes to Ottengana, then Ottengana puts a low shot on Haas, and the rebound goes right to Kingery backdoor. Great hockey play. It's exactly what you're looking for. Now the Hawks are back up by 1 with 1:22 left in the third. Poked through the skates of Heron up to Kingery, but it's poked away from him. Back to Gillespie. Gillespie on the red, flips it up to Scott. Scott has it up for a 3-on-2. Passes down into the zone. Goes behind the net now. Tyler Hudgen will pick it up. Ottengana lifts the stick. It goes over to Scott. Scott with the puck on the hash mark. Steps to the middle. Fires a shot. And Haas just deflects it away with the blocker. Nix passes up to Gillespie. Gillespie back down to Nix. Nix in the corner with it. Centers it to Ottengana, and it deflects away from the net. Scott in the corner to Ottengana. We got 1 minute left in the period now. Ottengana tries to center into the skates of Thomas Warren. Eventually picked up by Warren, sent out of the zone. Now flipped to Caleb Lawhorn in the middle. Lawhorn carries it in. Poked away by Gillespie. Passed up to Nix. Nix back to Gillespie. Centered to Squires. Now Squires carries down the ice with it. Loses it to Jenkins. Jenkins fires it back down into the zone for Delta. Bollinger misses the stop behind the net, but Delta gets a change. The Hawks have some time to break it out here. Gillespie passes all the way down to Kingery. Kingery's on a 1-on-0. Kingery coming in. He fires. He scores! Kingery's second hat trick. He's 2 for 2, and the Hawks go back up by 2 goals. What a pass by Noah Gillespie. Great goal by Kingery, but you got to give the credit to Gillespie. What a pass.
That was a great pass. Great finish by Kai Kingery.
Gillespie has his head up on the blue, passes the length of the ice down to Kingery on the far blue line. Kingery comes down 1-0 and puts the easy goal past William Haas. That's his second hat trick in a row. He had 3 last night against Delta, and now he's already tacked up another 3 against them this morning. Isaiah Squires taking the center ice face off. It's poked past him to Nate Hutchinson. Hutchinson across to Gillespie. Gillespie pokes it past Brown. Picked up by Squires. Squires carries it into the zone. He's got Plum back door. He's got Kingery in the middle, but it's poked away by Delta. To the neutral zone. Hutchinson fails to stop it. Brown coming down in. But time will expire. That's the end of the period. Hawks take 3 goals on them early in the period, but they managed to battle their way back with 3 unanswered goals. And now they're back up by 2 heading into the third. Stay tuned for your second period stats, and then, of course, the drop of the puck for the third period. It's the Houston Hockey Live broadcast, live from the Menard Sports Center. This lovely Alaskan morning. Hawks up 5-3.
Looking for every trace to your heart. Wanna find where you were, who you are tonight. I'm stranded in a world full of dreams. Out of time, out of love, out of reach. See the light shining in from your eyes tonight. The storm is coming now. I'm your place to hide. I see you drowning out, running for your life. We can slip away into the dark. Follow me, when there is no way White diamonds from the love to your to get away, but you pulled me closer.
Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey Live broadcast. Let's look at the stats for the second period. The Delta Huskies outshot the Hawks with a total of 17 shots on net. The Hawks had 12. Goaltender Josh Schmold made 13 of those saves and then was replaced by Riley Bollinger. Bollinger had 1 save on 1 shot. Goaltender William Haas for Delta had 9 saves on the Hawks' 12 shots. Still, you know, I still think he's playing an all-right game. 5 goals scored, but, you know, nothing much you can do about those breakaways, those backdoor chances. Hawks are getting some odd man rushes. And the same goes for Smolden. I don't discredit him for any 3 of those goals. I mean, you have one on a breakaway, you got one that's just a beautiful shot, defense kind of let the guy stand in front, and then another one that's deflected in from the point. I mean, you know, nothing much you can do on that. I think coach's logic is, you know, switching up the goalies, getting the team a spark, and, you know, I got to say it worked. Hawks managed to put up a quick response to Delta's goal, knock in 2 more. They're back up by 2 going into the third.
That's good hockey right there.
Yeah, we had 3 penalties. 2 were on the Hawks, interference and tripping, then 1 on Delta for the slash. Delta is 1 for 2 on the power play tonight. Hawks still have yet to score on the power play. Slow start for the Hawks, and I don't even know if slow start's the way to categorize it. It was just not good hockey.
No.
They're outshot 16-4 in the first 9 minutes of the period. Smolden's replaced by Bollinger. They kind of come back out. They put 8 shots on net in the last 6 minutes. But that's not what you want to see going into the second. You know, I think coach has gave him a talking to in the locker room because you know, that's not, you can't have a 9-minute stretch like that. You got to come out strong. The physical play diminished, the offensive time diminished. I bet you Delta had more offensive pressure than we did, and you know, Delta just outworked us, and they capitalized on their chances. You know, huge. Their forwards, Chris Brown has 2 goals, and Thomas Warren, goal and an assist. They're doing a great job of capitalizing on the Hawks' mistakes. The Hawks are making costly turnovers in the zone, and Delta's not letting them go to waste. And it's kind of the opposite of what we've seen from the Hawks this week. You know, a little bit better today for sure. A couple nice rebound goals for the Hawks today, but definitely earlier in the week, especially against Bartlett, not capitalizing on chances that the Hawks have been given, and that's kind of been the kryptonite for the Hawks this week. Delta, you know, Delta's not letting it happen. They're burying their goals when they get the chance.
Oh yeah. Definite opposite of what was last night by Delta.
Yeah.
They're doing so much better today, and it's just really working the Hawks.
I thought they played a pretty an all-right game last night. They hung with the Hawks for most of the game.
Yeah.
The Hawks definitely were playing a little bit stronger tonight. You come out here, you know, a lot of these guys waking up at 5:30 to get here to the rink. Had an all-right first period, I think. Just you know, sometimes it happens. You know, you come out, you have a bad period, bad half of a period. Luckily, Hawks are able to pull it out. Delta's by no means out of this game, though. They've been fighting all night. They were up there for a second, and you know, if I'm Delta, I don't change anything. I think I try to get back to that first part of the second period, the way they were playing, and you know, you try to
finish
strong,
strong,
more shots on net, get those quality chances, because you know, when they're shooting really quality shots.
Yeah.
And that's what's let them get those 3 goals. We're about 5-10 minutes away from the start of the third, so don't go anywhere. It's the Houston High Hockey Live broadcast here from the Menard Sports Center. Hawks 5, Delta 3.
Everybody's punch clocking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back, to dance them away. Everybody shadowboxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like you earned the flame. It's all the same. walking, waiting for the moonwalk to take them back to dancing away. It's all the same. Everybody shadowboxing, don't you wanna stop, drop and roll till the whole thing burns like you earned the flame. It's all the same. A shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame. Woo! Shame, shame, shame. A shame, shame, shame. Shame, shame, shame.
Back from the bottom, straight to the top. Roll that sucker till the wheels break off. Adios, mama, in a do-si-do. Drop you like a rock and leave you comatose. Preach from the hip and I cut from the tip. Split your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep bands such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep bands such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light. Three roses on the road again. Put on the red light. I can tell that you're on the play. It could be the second coming now. Where you gonna run to now? South, south drift to the western wind. All the way up to the mountains in Madrid. Slip, don't slide out your right mind. Lucky if you make it through the night. Preach from the hip and I come from the tip. Switch your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo! Put on the red light. 3 roses on the road again. Put on the red light. I can tell that you're on the break. It could be the second coming now. Where you gonna run to now? Back from the bottom, straight to the top. Roll that sucker till the wheels break off. I don't mind in a do-si-do. Drop you like a rock and leave you comatose. Preach from the hip and I cut from the tip. Split your big lip, then I do it again. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Steady ride, steady go. Steady sheep been such a long time gone. Woo!
Welcome back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast. Getting ready for the drop of the puck for the third period. Voits apparently really needs food again because once again he's not here for the start of the third, but we'll go with it anyway as Delta wins the face-off now and the Hawks dump it in. Stopped there by Brendan Lawhorn. Rogers pokes it through to Squires. Squires carries it into the zone, chips it over to Nix. Nix fires one, and what a save by William Haas. Comes across the net and cuts off Nix. Dumped back in by the Hawks. Squires fighting for it in the corner now. Chips it out and goes behind the net. That's Jenkins who chips it across to Winston. Winston moves up the ice now, and it's passed across. Thomas Warren chips it back. He's knocked into the boards there by Hutchinson, forced to dump it. Gillespie will pick it up behind the net. They'll come out and pass to Rogers. Rogers across to Squires. Squires carries it across the red now, dumped back by the Huskies. Rogers chips it out to Squires. Squires at the red, steps into the zone. Fires one that's knocked away from the net, and he'll have to get a change. Ottengana coming in as Delta moves it from behind the net out to the neutral zone. Goes all the way down the ice now. Norton skating for it, and she'll pick it up behind the net. Tries to pass out, kind of whiffs off the stick. Now right, pick it up. Scott out to Kingery. Kingery steps into the zone. He fires a shot, and he scores!
Number 4.
Kingery, number 4 of the morning. And that is going to put the Hawks up by 3. Joined back by Connor Boytz, who apparently decided he really needed something from the concession stand. Again, Boytz, what have you got this time?
Some more coffee.
S'more coffee.
No, not s'more coffee. Some more coffee.
No.
It's caramel mocha, again, because that's the only flavor that
Hawks
they
up by
have.
3. Scott loses the face-off back. It's picked up by Ethan Lawhorn. Lawhorn chips it up to Winston. Winston to Warren in the center. Into the corner now. Delta tries to chip it out. On the point, whiffed on the shot. Kingery's going to knock him off the puck. It's chipped back to Scott. Scott to Shivers. Shivers loses it off the stick. Warren has it on the goal line. Chipped out. Bollinger makes the save, and it's kicked to the side. Scott to Kingery. Kingery passes out to Ottengana. Just misses the stick and goes down the ice. It's going to go all the way, and we're going to have an icing on the Hawks. You know, it's a lot more fun to watch Delta play this year. Last year, due to ineligibility and injuries, they ended up only being able to service 7 skaters. And so a lot of teams, you know, were just kind of, you know, running them over. Hawks played them 2 blowout games at home, you know, and that, you know, it's just not as good hockey. It's nice to see them have more of a team this year, some more talent, some guys coming back stronger. It's really exciting to watch. Delta's won the face-off, but it was cleared by the Hawks, and now it's sent back into the zone. Squires will pick it up and passes back to Hutchinson. Squires over to Gillespie. Gillespie chips it to Nix. Nix carries it across the red and dumps it into the zone. Goes around to the far side. Nix going in there to try to clear it out. Delta passes out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson across to Gillespie. Gillespie at the red, passes to Nix. Nix chips it in. Rogers will pick it up on the near side on the hash marks. Carries it into the corner. Has it there, fighting for it. It's dumped around. Now Warren fighting for it on the point. He's knocked down by Nix. Hutchinson has it in the skates. He's knocked off the puck by Warren. Rogers loses it off the stick, back to Warren. Then he dumps it back to Jenkins. Jenkins loses it. It goes all the way back to Haas. Haas kicks it to the side. And now one of the Hawk skaters, that was Isaiah Squires, went in, knocked his man off the puck. But Jenkins leveled him. He's back up now as Delta dumps it out to the neutral zone. It'll be picked up by Hutchinson. Hutchinson across to Gillespie. Gillespie back to Hutchinson. Hutchinson with the puck on the circle. Passes out to Dreyer. Dreyer has the puck on the red. Passes up to Merrigan. Merrigan carries it into the zone. Fires a backhand on Haas, and Haas just stops it with the glove. Trace Merrigan with a nice backhand shot from in front. Almost trickles in. Haas is there to make the save.
Hawks starting off pretty good this period.
Yeah, a lot stronger start than they had in the second. Kinley Scott's line now out there with Dreyer and Merrigan. They got Hayden Shivers and Norton on the points as Delta wins it back. Delta kicks it behind the net, goes over to the near side. Merrigan comes in, tries to knock it off the puck. It gets up to Norton on the point. Norton keeps it in. Dreyer has it in the skates now. Delta clears it back into the corner. Picked up there by Tyler Hudgen. Hudgen knocked into the boards by Dreyer. Dreyer fighting for it in the skates. Merrigan coming in to assist. Hudgen still ends up with the puck, carries it behind the net. Kinley Scott's now there trying to help out, but Delta ends up with it on the far corner. Dreyer comes in, separates his man from the puck, but now Warren has it across the red. Delta's got a 3-on-2 coming in. Warren to the near side, passes to the middle, fires one back door, and they just aren't able to get a handle on it as Caleb Lawhorn had a wide open net but isn't able to do it. Now Dreyer lifts the stick and Ottengana's going down on a 1-on-0 breakaway. Ottengana to the middle, steps to the side, he shoots, he scores! Aiden Ottengana pops another one for the Hawks, and that puts them up by 4.
3 or 4, yeah.
4.
That's right, because Sky scored.
You know, that was a great offensive scoring chance for Delta. They're coming in on the 3-2. Great passing. Caleb Lawhorn almost manages to tap it in back door. Delta still applying pressure, and then Kinger with a great stick lift allows Ottengana to go down 1-0 and steps past Haas on the backhand. Hawks now up 7-3. Kingery sends it back to Ryder Donnelly. Donnelly across to Gillespie. Gillespie at the blue line. Dumps it across to Kingery. Kingery on the stick, steps to the near side, fires one on Haas, and Haas will make the save. 10:56 left in the third. It's going to be Riley Scott taking the face-off there against Brown of Delta. Wins it back to Kingery. Kingery fires one deflected, and Haas makes a great save to knock it away. Now Delta tries to send it out. Brown's got it. 2 goals already tonight, or this morning for Delta. Hawks pick it back up. Ottengana has it on the blue. Steps into the zone now. Passes to Scott. Scott lets it go through his skates. And now Terry almost has it on the far side, but it's knocked away by the defense. Picked up in the corner by Brandon Lawhorn. Collected on the side by Kingery. Kingery centers it on Haas. Back to Kingery for the rebound. Fires one that's deflected away by the defense. Scott sends it back up to Gillespie on the point. Gillespie on the blue. Passes down to Ottengana. Ottengana in the corner. Centers it back up to Gillespie, but it goes past his stick and down the ice. Coming into the zone now is Terry on the forecheck. Bollinger wraps it all the way around. Hits Gillespie on the far side. Gillespie passes back around the net to Kingery. Kingery with the puck on the stick in his own zone. Now carries it up. Tries to pass it out, but it's stopped by Warren. Knocked away by Ryder Donnelly with a nice play to keep Warren from having the breakaway. Rogers pokes it into the offensive zone. Fires a shot that's knocked away from the net by the defense. Squires picks it up on the hash marks. He's got it there. Sent up to the point. Nick's now coming in to assist. Warren passes past Shivers, and now he's going down on a possible breakaway, but Rogers knocks it away from him. Tipped back by Squires the other way. Squires ends up with the puck. Chips it over to Rogers, but now Warren intercepts. Warren coming down on a breakaway. To the middle. He fires a shot, and it almost goes in far side on Bollinger. Just deflected away by the defense. Shivers flips it out to Squires on the blue. Squires to the middle. Stopped there by Tyler Hudgen and poked into the zone. In the corner now is Ethan Lawhorn. Lawhorn chips it out off the skate of the ref, picked back up by Warren. Austin Jones knocks Warren off the puck, falls down on the play, but a great play to separate him there. Passed across, and Brian Winston has a chance for a shot, but misses the net. Now Hayden Shivers will pick it up, send it back up the ice. Nix passes out to Austin Jones. Jones sends it out to the red line, stopped by Delta's D. Budnick with the puck, centers it. Plum's there to stop it, chips it over to Austin Jones. Jones dumps it over to Stiers, but Ethan Lawhorn is going to knock it away. Now Norton has the puck on the red line. Norton moving up the ice. She's got some time, steps through to Rhea Stiers. Stiers alone with the goalie, right in front of the net. She fires one on Haas, and Haas makes a great leg pad save. Now Kingery comes in and destroys Budkin in center ice. Both of them fall down on the play. Now Plum ends up with it on the red. Plum steps into the zone, tries to center it, but it's knocked away by the defense. Now Stiers gets it skated past her. Delta coming back the other way. Delta into the zone, and they're going to be just off sides as Brandon Lawhorn carries it in, but Chris Brown is a step ahead of him in the zone, so we'll have a stoppage.
Austin Jones.
Yeah,
I've really never seen her go for someone that hard
She's
before.
like exactly 5 foot or something, and
she's tiny.
I mean, you know, she falls down on the play, but she separates the guy from the puck, and that's all you got to do. That's what you're going for with a check like that. Back to Gillespie. Gillespie has it on the blues, passes up to Ottengana. Ottengana on the red. Carries it into the zone now. Chips it past, and he's hit hard into the boards by Brandon Lawhorn. Behind the net now, Delta picks it up. They wheel around the near side. Knocked away by Kingery, recollected by Delta. Picked up by Brown at center ice. Brown coming into the zone now. Scott on the back check, doesn't quite get him. Brown wheels past Gillespie, and he's knocked down on the play. Gillespie will pick it up. Sends it out, Scott racing for it. At the blue, dumped back in by Delta. Now Gillespie has it on the blue line. Passes out to Kingery. Kingery just misses touching it up. It's going to go down the ice for an icing call. Sponsors tonight, Ace Waterwells and Snowfire Gardens. Remember, if you're interested in sponsoring the broadcast, email us at houstonhawkhockey@gmail.com or see Lisa Humphreys or Isaac Smolden for more details. Face off at Hawks defensive zone. Delta sending out Warren, Lawhorn, and Winston. We've got Hudgen and Lawhorn on the point. Joe Max there tries to poke it past Warren. Warren ends up with it in the middle. Out to Hudgen. Hudgen fires one on Bollinger. Now Warren has the rebound and it's knocked away. Right in front is Warren. He tries to fire another one, but Bollinger just stops it. Shivers behind the net, picks it up, sends it out. Merrigan has it, gets it past Hudgen. Now Hudgen will get him on the back check though. Merrigan pokes it past him into the zone. Picked back up by Delta. Kenley Scott's there to try to stop it. Passes down, goes behind the net. Joe Mack picks it up on the far side. Hudgen knocks him off the puck. Collected by Mack, now tried to center. Mack has it on the center, now picked back up by Delta. Hayden Shivers has it on the red, dumps it back in. Behind the net goes Ethan Lawhorn to pick it up. Kenley Scott makes him lose it to Mack. Mack carries it in, fires a shot on Haas, knocked right in front. Now Merrigan's there, now Kenley Scott's there. They're both trying to put it in, but the defense knocks it away. Great play by the Delta defenseman Lawhorn. Sent down the ice, Bollinger stops it and kicks it out to Shivers. Hayden Shivers behind his own net, passes out. It's going to be stopped in the neutral zone by Delta. Sent past by Nix, and now in the zone, Jenkins has it. Jenkins sends it out to the blue line. Squires just keeps it in. Now it's out in the neutral zone. Hayden Shivers passes back in. It's going to go back out as Delta picks it up in the red line. Hayden Shivers passes back. Hawks will clear the zone and go on the attack. Delta tries to chip it out. Stopped in the point by Rogers. Rogers fires one, and it's off the crossbar. Oh my goodness. Rogers fires
an amazing shot.
A beautiful slap shot that is about half an inch from going bar down from the blue. And that was impressive.
Oh yeah, that was...
Nothing that Haas could do on that one. It goes just over his shoulder and deflects up and out.
That part of the net was wide open.
Oh
anyway.
My gosh, that was impressive. 6:06 left in the third period. Hawks up 7-3 now. Warren wins the face-off back to his defenseman. Jenkins passes up, stopped by Caitlin Norton of the Hawks. Back down into the corner. Centering attempt, Austin Jones has one and fires it on net, but now it's picked up by Warren. Warren coming out of the zone with some speed. He's got a 3-on-2 for Delta. Gillespie pokes it away from him. Austin Jones is now there. She gets it out of the Hawks defensive zone to be picked up by Jenkins. Jenkins gets it poked away by Stiers, but now hits it away to the corner. Winston's there, he sends it out of the zone. Gillespie stops it, but now Warren's coming in after stopped it off the body. Warren coming in on Bollinger, and he fires one that is shot over the net. Norton in the corner fighting for it with Warren. Eventually picked up by Gillespie. Gillespie off the stick, out to Kingery. Kingery pokes it past on a 1-on-0, but the defense pokes it away from him, and Hassel frees it with the glove. 5:17 remaining in the third period.
These past couple of minutes have been really action-packed.
Yeah, no goals since early in the third. Both teams with some quality chances. Delta still capitalizing on those breakaways. They fired some nice chances, had a flurry in front of the net. Just aren't quite able to finish. Hawks also had some chances, but both teams have been pretty quiet since the opening goals from the Hawks. Delta's got the face-off in the corner. Ottengana gets it taken away by Budnick, and it's sent down the ice. And we're going to have an icing on the play. Another defensive zone face-off for the Huskies. Scott, Kingery, and Ottengana still out there for the Hawks. They're taking the face-off in the offensive zone here. They got Norton and Hutchinson on defense. Scott wins it to the side. Ottengana's there. He picks it up. Tries to pass it out, but he's stopped by Ethan Lawhorn. And they're fighting for it in the corner now. Sent around the net by Lawhorn, who's got it on the near side. Tries to chip it out, but Scott stops it with the body. Scott picks it up at the point, tries to chip it in. Ottengana's going to pick it up now at the top of the circle. Ottengana passes across. Kingery will pick it up on the far side. Kingery into the corner. Wheels around the net. He's got some time. Carries it up at the hash mark. Steps to the middle. Fires a backhand off a skate. Now Terry will pick it up. Tries to clear. Makes it just into the neutral zone. Kingery fighting for it on the red. And he is hit by Ethan Lawhorn. Now the Hawks have it on their own blue. Norton passes up to Scott. Scott to Ottengana. Ottengana just into the zone. Picked back up by Scott. Scott on the far side. Fires one to top of skate. Picks it back up behind the net. Scott is hit into the boards there by Lawhorn. He's got it in the corner now. Still fighting for it. Lawhorn knocks him back into the boards. Now it's sent around to the far side. Cody Dreyer's out there now for the Hawks. Sent back into the corner to be picked up by Lawhorn. Lawhorn sends it out to Winston. Now Winston starts the rush back up the other way. Knocked away by Norton. Centered to Warren. Now Warren steps in on Gillespie. Fires a shot that's deflected away. Winston backdoor. Fires a backhand that Norton knocks away with the skate. Norton puck on the stick. Sends it to Kinley Scott, but it's sent back by Budnick. And now Warren ends up with the puck in the middle. Dreyer can't get a check on him. Warren 1-0, and Bowlinger will freeze play. Nice back check by the Hawks defense. Keep Warren from getting off a quality shot. That was quite the shift for Ethan Lawhorn of Delta. Really physical presence back there in the corner of his own zone. Wasn't allowing the Hawks to get much done.
No, he wasn't.
You know, keeping guys off the puck, starting the breakouts. Warren now taking the face-off for Delta against Kinley Scott. Warren wins it back. Dreyer ends up with it in the center ice. Centers it to Mack. Mack back to Dreyer, intercepted by Winston. Warren across to Caleb Lawhorn. Mack ends up with it and centers it. Kinley Scott has the puck now. She passes up to Mack. Dumped back in by Jenkins. Hayden Shivers with the puck in his own zone. Passes out off the stick of Mack and down the ice. Touches it up just before the red, so we are going to have an icing. Going all the way back to the Hawks' defensive zone now. Squires, Rogers, and Nix going out there on forward. You know, Boytz, you said something about it yesterday. Nix has played all three positions this year for the Hawks.
Yeah, he has.
Started in net one game. He played defense for a while. Now he's played forward a couple games coming off some of the recent injuries. I think he'd be what you call a flex player if hockey had those.
Ooh, Riley Bolander with a good save.
Yeah, Bolander nabbed it with the
that was
face-off win for Delta. He's like a utility guy.
Oh, yeah.
Throw him in wherever you need him.
Yeah, wherever.
Squires taking a face-off against Budnick. Budnick is going to win it back. Squires loses it to Donnelly. Donnelly kicks it over to Hayden Shivers. Shivers comes around the net. Over to Nix. Nix with the puck on the hash mark. Leaves it back for Hayden Shivers. Shivers moving up the ice now. Shivers at the red. At the blue. Fires a slap shot that's off the skate of Tyler Hudgen. That stopped the shot from being on net. In the corner now, Hudgen fighting Rogers for the puck. Hudgen wins the battle. He's got it in the skates. Now he tries to clear for Delta, but Donnelly knocks it off his skate. Rogers tries to step through, knocked away. Hudgen picks it up and passes out to Terry. Terry misses it and goes to Gillespie in the Hawks zone. Gillespie with the puck behind the net now. Passes over to Rogers. Rogers off his skate, picked up by Warren. Warren steps to the middle. He fires a shot that's off a body. Gotten out and just out of the zone for Delta. Picked up by Rogers. Rogers coming in with the 3-on-1 for the Hawks. Rogers across the blue. Over to JP Nix. Nix fires a shot, and it's deflected away by Haas. Great save by William Haas. Knocked back in behind the net for the Hawks. Delta behind their own net. It's Jenkins who passes out. And now Delta moves to neutral ice. Brandon Lawhorn knocked down by Nix, and Gillespie will pick it up. Gillespie wheels around the net, trying to buy him some time. Flips it back over. It's going to be picked up by Plum. Plum has the puck on the stick at the red line. Pokes it over to Rhea Stiers, off her skate, going back the other way now. Delta picks it up. Caleb Lawhorn moves into the zone. Steps around Gillespie, but it's knocked into the corner. Now Lawhorn centers, but stopped by Austin Jones. Jones over to Noah Plum. Plum gets it back to Brandon Lawhorn. Now Lawhorn passes out. Delta coming back down the zone. Winston isn't able to get past Nate Hutchinson. The Hawks send it back the other way. Plum on the forecheck. It's passed across to Jenkins. Jenkins centers it to Warren. Warren gets it poked away by Gillespie. Dreyer has on the stick, can't quite get a hold of it. Now Lawhorn centers it, but it's picked up by Gillespie. Gillespie out to Merrigan. It's in the skates of Hudgen. It goes down the ice to be frozen by Haas. Hudgen knocks it off the stick of Merrigan, and it goes down on net. Only 44 seconds left in the period. Hawks up by a score of 7-3. You know, the Hawks are up by more goals than they were last night, but overall, I think a much better performance by Delta. Hawks have had a couple breakaway chances that have put them up. Delta's definitely been a much stronger offensive presence tonight. They were even up there for a second. Hawks managed to get a couple unanswered goals late in the period off some breakaways. It's in Delta's zone now. Kinley Scott has it on the blue. He fires one that's wide of the net. It goes back into the corner. Cody Dreyer's going on the forecheck. Knocked away from him by Hudgen. Picked up by Brown now. Brown sends it around. It goes out of the zone to Hayden Shivers. Shivers picks it up on the blue line. It's in his skates. Passes across to Norton. Norton sends it out to Merrigan. Merrigan gets it knocked off his stick to Warren. Warren coming in on Bolinger. He fires one that's deflected up and into the netting. We'll have a stoppage with 2.3 seconds left.
That went really high up there. That would have went into
that
the
was
track.
On the stick of Hayden Shivers. And it would have deflected up into the track, heading for the netting behind the net. Kinley Scott taking the final face-up of the game against Marcus Budnick. Budnick loses it to Scott, and the Hawks send it down the ice, and that'll do it for the game. Hawks win tonight by a score of 7-3. Stay tuned, we'll have your third period stats, your final stats of the game, 3 stars of the game. Then we'll wrap it up here from the Menard Center. Hawks take the win tonight by a score of 7-3. It's the Houston High Hockey live broadcast as the Hawks played Delta tonight from the Menard Center.
And there's a ghost, ghost, ghost living in my head, and there's a hope, hope, hope burning in my bed. I'm young and wild. I'm young and wild. And there's a ghost, ghost, ghost living in my head.
back to the Houston High Hockey live broadcast game between the Hawks and the Delta Huskies. Let's look at our final stats for the game. The Huskies had a total of, well, they had 22 shots on goaltender Josh Smolden, and then 10 shots on goaltender Riley Bollinger for a total of 36 shots, or 32 shots on net tonight.
This morning.
Smolden made this morning. It's still early. I'm still tired.
Yeah, I know. I am too.
Made 19 of those saves. Bollinger made all 10 of his. The Hawks had 37 shots on goaltender William Haas. Good for 30 of those saves. You know, I think he plays a good game tonight, though.
Oh yeah.
A lot of those goals, like, you know, there's nothing you can do. It's just bad rebounds. You're not able to clear the puck. You know, you're given these breakaways that you have to try to stop. Like, you know, I don't fault him for really any of those goals. It was nothing weak. Everything was, for both sides, actually. Every goal, I think, was a nice one. Smolden doesn't really let in any weak goals. It's, you know, it's all pretty standard. I think that, like, you know, it is what it is. Both teams make some nice shots. I don't fault any goalie that played tonight.
There. Now you should work now.
Yeah, well, my mic was
you're
off.
working now.
Basically, I was ranting about how I don't fault any goalie tonight. I think
I think they heard it through my mic, so we're good. Yeah,
all the goalies
my mic's
played good.
loud.
That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
It was a fun game to watch. It was a fun game to watch. Delta kind of comes back there in the second period. They get 3 unanswered goals on the Hawks. Go up by 1. Hawks respond pretty quickly, though. They go in up by 2 going into the third period. 2 penalties on both teams. Hawks have an interference and a tripping. Delta gets a rough and a slash. For the Hawks, they had 2 goals in the first, 3 in the second, 2 in the third for a total of 7. Delta has none in the first, 3 in the second, and none in the third for a total of 3. Let's look at our 3 stars for tonight. Star number 3 has got to be Aiden Ottengana. A total of 3 points tonight for the Hawks, 2 assists, 1 goal. As always, another great game for him. Nice goal on the breakaway. Nice passing by him.
Always
doing what he has to do to be a presence out there.
For sure.
I know we say it like every night, but he's one of the most exciting young guys to watch for the Hawks. He's a big presence out there, which, you know, we need coming off the injuries, and we're expecting him to do some big things here in the next couple years and this year for that matter. He actually is now, with Reed Humphreys out sick and Ottengana's 3 points, Ottengana is now the leading point scorer on the Hawks with a total of 17 points, I believe. Star number 2, it's going to go to Delta's Chris Brown. Brown with 2 goals tonight. Great performance from him. Great shot on the second goal. Backhand top shelf from the slot. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that.
No, it doesn't.
Beautiful to watch.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Thomas Warren, another great game for him for Delta. He's one of their better players. Did a good job out there, goal and an assist. Assisted Brown's second goal there on the power play. You know, good performance. And then first star, of course, you got to give it to Kai Kingery. 4-point night tonight. Another 4 goals. Wow. You know, a bit of a slow start actually for him. He's out injured the first couple games with an ankle injury. He's coming in a little bit off. Not playing bad, but, you know, not maybe putting up not as many points as he had last year, and then he just comes into to this weekend's game, and he's fired up, ready to go. And when you're missing as many guys as the Hawks were this weekend, that's what you need. You need your older guys step up, be a presence, and that's exactly what Kingery did. Closing thoughts, boys.
Hawks played a good game. Delta played an even better game than what they did last night, and it was just an overall good day for both teams. Yeah, exciting game of hockey to watch. Score wasn't quite as close towards the end as it was at times, but I think both teams got their licks in. A fun couple of games. I just got to reiterate again, compared to last year, Delta unfortunately had to deal with a lot of ineligibility problems. They're only able to skate like 6 skaters and a goalie. I'm not sure if it was Hats playing last year. It was a first-year goalie last year. I'm pretty sure it was. If so, he has improved a lot this year. He's looking way better in net, moving good. Some great saves tonight. Exciting to see Delta have a fuller team with some guys that can really make a difference out there. And it showed tonight. They gave the Hawks definitely a run for their money.
Oh, yeah.
There, especially in the second period. I think, you know,
Maybe the Hawks take the first and the third, but if I was giving out winners of the period, I think Delta comes out and dominates, really surprised the Hawks, put them back on their heels a bit, and, you know, exciting to watch, exciting game.
For sure.
Yeah, so other than that, Boyts, if you don't have anything to say, I think that's going to wrap it up here from the Menard Sports Center. It's our last game of the year, so we probably won't see you till January. I believe those games are on the 5th and the 6th. It's that first week back at school. The Hawks are taking on Hutchinson at home. Come out and support the boys if you're here. Tune in if you're listening out abroad. And we'll see you next time. So for myself, for Boytsy, for the Stats guys, it's been a pleasure. We hope you have a good rest of the day. And hope to see you next year for some more Houston High Hawks hockey.
You're the drug